Hi friends and welcome back to the channel. I am so excited to bring you with me today. We are at Sapphire Falls at Universal Orlando and I am going to be taking you on a full resort tour as well as a room tour. We're going to see all the wonderful things that they have to offer here, the theming, the amenities, the pool. The pool is gorgeous. I cannot wait to show you. And we're just going to have a great time today here at Sapphire Falls. It is my first time staying here at this resort. However, I have been here several times to patron the different restaurants here. So I'm really excited to show you. So let's go ahead and get started. So this resort has over 1,000 rooms and there are 4 different restaurants within here, some quick service and some sit down. Let's get started right here in the lobby. So if you are coming and you are self-parking here, you're going to be parking over in the garage, which is next to the resort. You'll park in there and then you'll make your way down to the lobby floor, which is the 4th level. And then you'll make your way down this hallway and this will take you straight into the lobby area. Just a couple of things when you are checking in. If you do have a lot of luggage, you can drop that off here at the front before you park your car and they will hold it up at Bell Services for you. And once you've parked your car, you can come back to the lobby and you can check in and then you go over to Bell Services and let them know what your room number is and they will take your luggage up to your room for you. It's very convenient, very easy, and the staff here is very, very nice and helpful. First thing you see when you walk into the lobby is going to be the luggage services. This is where you can keep your luggage. Say if you're checking in and your room's not ready yet and you want to be able to go to the parks or enjoy the other amenities here at the hotel, you can leave your luggage there with them. The same thing works on your checkout day. You can leave your luggage with them while you go enjoy the parks and leave at a later time. Next up is going to be your check-in station. Right next to luggage services, you will find the check-in counter. Universal does not offer mobile check-in. However, you can go on through the app if you did book through Universal directly and be able to add in your information so the check-in process will be quicker for you. However, I did not do that and I had no issues and it did not take any time at all really to check in. There was no line. I would be cautious of when you are checking in of what time that is. So say you're checking in right at 4 o'clock when check-in time is, it may be busier here. So try to come maybe a little bit before that or a little bit after that and you'll have a shorter line. Right next to the check-in counter, you'll find your concierge. This is where you can book reservations or even spa packages at some of the other resorts. This resort does not have a spa, but you can book them at, say, the Hard Rock that is just right down the road here. Moving on to the other side of the lobby, that is where you'll find your vacation planning. This is where you can get all of your tickets taken care of, whether it's going to be express passes or passes to the parks, or during Halloween Horror Nights, you can also get your tickets there as well. Everything is located here in the lobby to make it super convenient for you. Continuing on through the lobby, you will find the Universal store. Here you'll be able to find tons of different merchandise for all the different parts of the park, including Harry Potter, Simpsons, and Marvel. Now, most of the store is going to be merchandise for the parks or for the IP. There is a section where you can buy essentials that you may have forgotten at home, including sewing kits, Band-Aids, deodorants, medicine, and even a wine bottle opener. Also in the lobby here, you'll be able to find 2 of the restaurants that they have. The first one that we're going to go to is the Dutch Trading Company. This is where you're going to find your grab-and-go. So you're going to have grab-and-go salads, wraps, as well as hot foods like pizzas and warm pretzels. You'll get your coffee, your smoothies, and tons more. They even have a full gelato spot. You can get all different kinds of gelato. So if you get back from the parks and you want some of that, this is a great place to come. This restaurant is open for a majority of the day from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. So it is available for your pleasure before and after the parks. And speaking of for your pleasure, we're going to go ahead and get ourselves a cup of coffee and we're going to get ourselves one of those huge giant pretzels. Super excited. Okay, so that was absolutely delicious. The pretzel was a little bit undercooked and the cheese was a little overcooked, so it was a little weird, but the flavor itself was still absolutely wonderful, and the jalapenos were nice and spicy, and my caramel macchiato, very, very good. I also wanted to point out, if you are looking for restrooms in the lobby, if you go past the Dutch Trading Company, you will see them right here, right behind me, where you can use the restrooms, and there's also water fountains in this area as well. Turning back to go into the lobby itself, I wanted to point out, you can see behind me, it says Guest House 3. Your hotel rooms are going to be in a different guest house. So the first number of your room is going to be which guest house you're in. So for example, my room number is 2882, and therefore I will be in Guest House 2 on the 8th floor, room 82. One of the great things about this lobby is there is so much natural light. It's one of the first things you notice when you come in. You can tell the Caribbean vibe that has here, the island and coastal vibe, between all of the motifs that you have in here with the palm trees and the islands on the backscapes of all the desks, as well as your woven beach balls chandelier. It is just one of the coolest things I think I've ever seen in a lobby. It is so unique and it's really, really cute. But it also gives you that nice, relaxed vacation feel. Our other restaurant that you'll find here in the lobby on the 4th floor is going to be the most popular restaurant that is here at Sapphire Falls. This is going to be the Strong Water Tavern. Now, Strongwater Tavern does not open till 4 o'clock, but we will be back later. This is my go-to place. I love coming here even after the parks. They are open till midnight on most nights. Now, Strongwater Tavern is going to be the rum bar here. They even have a wall of rum that's in here that are just high-end classic rums. Their food is more of a tapa style with ceviches and a different Spanish seafood and island fare. Strongwater Tavern also has outside seating, and it is beautiful to sit out there when it is gorgeous like it is right now. So if you are coming in and it is nice outside, see if you can sit outside. It might be beneficial for you. But now we're on to the next floor. Right off to the lobby, you are going to see the spiral staircase. This will bring you down to level 2, which will take you to the fitness center as well as the pool, and then to the bottom floor, which is where you can grab your water taxis. All right, down here on level 2, you are going to have your arcade. This is the Calypso Game Zone. This is going to be your standard hotel arcade here. Lots of fun games. There's a bunch of kids in there playing, so I don't want to go in right now. However, I did want to point out we may need to come back down because there is a Mario Kart ride right there. We may have to come back down and do that. Also on this floor, you will find the gym. It has a bunch of free weights. It's a huge gym. There's lots of space in here. It's not crowded. There are some people in here, so I'm not going to stay too long. But I just wanted to show you they do have a ton of equipment here. It's a really nice gym, actually. The leg lifts, you've got all your different equipment to do a full body workout here. And you also have your cardio machines with your ellipticals and your treadmills and your bikes. And you can't forget my favorite enemy of them all. I really do love this machine. It's just, it always kicks my butt, which is the purpose of it, but you've got your stair stepper in case you need to get those extra steps in. Now, the Calypso Game Room will be open from 8 a.m. till 10 p.m., while the gym will be open from 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. Now, I did take a peek into the locker rooms just to kind of see what it was and what's offered there, and it's a full-on locker room that you would see at a regular gym. There's actual lockers that you can use to put your stuff in, there are showers, and there's even a sauna. Pretty cool. Okay, now we are headed out to the pool area. Now the pool is open from 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. and you do have to have a room key to be able to get into it. There is also a bar down here by the pool where you can get some nice draft beers or some super icy cocktails. Now you do have different types of lounge chairs out here. You have some with umbrellas. You have some freestanding on the sand as well.
All right, you guys ready?
And you also can rent out cabanas. All right, one of the cool things that you can do at the pool as well is instead of having to get up and go over to the pool bar, they have the menus here that you can order and the people coming to your lounge chairs to be able to take your orders and also bring your drinks to you. So it's really great. There's menus at each of these sets, so that's another plus and bonus of staying here at Sapphire Falls. Now this is a 16,000 square foot resort style lagoon pool with 2 sand beaches, a hot tub, water slide, and a play area for the kids. Not to mention there's even a wading pool area, sandbar style, right in the center of the pool, as well as a waterfall. All right, our third restaurant is over here at the pool as well. This is going to be the Drum Club. This is where you can find your pool drinks and some little bites to eat as well. Here you're going to find all different types of food. You're going to have classic bites like your nachos and wings, and you're going to also find like shrimp mac and cheese, crab cake, sandwiches, fish tacos, and also all of your favorite alcoholic and non-alcoholic drinks here as well. Okay, we have made our way back into the hotel. Now we're going to make our way down to level number 1. This is where we're going to find the 4th restaurant as well as where to catch the water taxis. Right behind me is where you're going to find the 4th restaurant here at Sapphire Falls, and that is Amatista Cookhouse. Now this restaurant is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. During breakfast, they do have a full buffet for you to be able to eat, and then for lunch and dinner, they do have regular plated meals. This is more of a Caribbean-style restaurant and a little bit more elevated, yet still casual enough to be able to enjoy with the whole family, no matter what the age is, and without having to get super dressed up. But now on to the next spot. We're headed out to the water taxis. One of the great things you will find around Universal's resorts are these screens that tell you all different types of information regarding your specific resort, the different parks, the weather, and also gives you a scan code to be able to look up more information on your own. All this information is also available on the Universal app, which I highly recommend if you're going to be at Universal. It will have all the information that you need. But we're walking up right now to where you will find the water taxis. Well, since we're over here by the water taxis, I think it's good for us to start talking about transportation offered here at Sapphire Falls. Now, there are 2 modes of transportation to get from here to the different parks. To get over to Islands of Adventure and Universal Studios, you have the water taxis, which are right behind me, that are a special perk and very particular to this resort. Now, the only other resorts that have the water taxis are other premier resorts here at Universal. However, you can also take the buses if you prefer to take a shuttle bus over to the parks, and it will drop you off right over in City Walk. If you are not afraid of boats, I highly suggest taking these water taxis. They will save you a bunch of time. Whereas the buses will drop you off in City Walk and you will need to go through security there, then walk all the way out to the parks. The water taxis will drop you off past security and past that whole area, and you can just walk straight to the different parks. You'll be right in the middle there between Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure. So it will save you a lot of walking and a lot of time that way. The boat right here is probably about 8 to 10 minutes to get over there. We'll be taking it later, so I will definitely time it to give you an exact amount of time. But these are definitely perks, especially at the end of the day, to be able to jump on a boat and not have to walk all the way back up to the parking garage. Now, I did say there was 2 forms of transportation. However, there is another way you can get to the parks as well. If you feel like getting a few extra steps in the day, you can take the Garden View Walk. That leads you directly into the resorts, and it has its own security when you get there, so you don't have to walk all the way through City Walk either. If you walk past where the water taxis are and you keep walking down the pathway here, this is where you're going to find the Garden Walk. Now, if you head just around the corner from the water taxis and the Garden View, this is where you can pick up your shuttle buses. Now, I just came out here to shoot a little bit of B-roll to come in here, and I noticed there are tons of buses coming past this section, so I don't think you have anything to worry about if you're waiting on time. You also do have a laundry area in your guest houses where you can have washer and dryers, your standard laundry room here. You also have the availability to be able to buy your detergent here as well. So this will be convenient for you, especially if you have kids or if you have any emergencies and you spill on yourself like I am known to do. This is a great option to have here in the hotel. I did mention this during my room tour, but this is a pet-friendly resort. You can bring your dogs and even your cats to come stay with you. You can even get them room service. One of the cool things that they do have here is a special pet walk area that's right here that you can walk your pets in. You can have their privacy and do their business. It's very nice, convenient for both your dogs and you, and for the rest of the patrons that are staying here as well. So this is a really nice offering that they have. As a warning though, there is a pet fee of $150. $150, that is quite steep. So just remember that if you decide to bring your fur babies with you. This area is not super large, but there is plenty of space in here to be able to walk your dogs. There's a nice little lawn area over here as well that gives them plenty of space to run back and forth, pay fetch if you want to, or just sunbathe, as dogs love to do. And it's a cute little nice area. They keep it well kept back here, so that way it's still nice for humans as well. All right, since we are talking about the rooms, I'm going to send it back to myself from yesterday when I checked in and just did a room tour. So I'll see you guys back here in the lobby in just a few moments. Okay, we're headed to our room right now. We are actually on the very top floor. They were able to adjust that at check-in. She asked what my preferred was, and I said, highest you can make it and furthest away from the elevator for quiet purposes. So we're about to get into our room now. I'm going to give you a nice resort room tour. All right, we made it to our room right here. It's really nice. It's very homey that they have these little light fixtures outside of each of the rooms. We're going to make our way straight into the bedroom area here. As you can see, we have a standard 2-queen room. We also have a park view. I actually prefer this just because this is just awesome. You can see pools and resorts anytime, but just look at this. I'll turn the lights off later and get a better view of it, but you can see the Hulk all the way over there. You've got Rip Ride Rocket. You can see Harry Potter Castle out there. And yes, it is a highway that's right here, but you get park views, and this is absolutely gorgeous. I'm actually very pleased by this. Okay, but back to the room tour here. Okay, we have 2 queen standard beds, each with 4 pillows and a decorative pillow. The rooms continue on with that Caribbean beach theme style, and it's very, very nice in here. You got the coastal blues and your light pinks, even sunset pillows, very beautiful. The colors are just calming and very nice. One of the other things I wanted to point out too is how nice these carpets are. You kind of have this like feeling, if you've ever seen sand at the bottom of the ocean, and it's got those rivets from the waves, that's what it looks like, and it's really cute. Followed by really nice tile here in the bathroom area. You also have a seating area over here with a nice little chair so you can sit there and watch TV. You can also see there is plenty of lighting with additional lamps on each side of the bed as well as in the center over top of the end table. Over here you do have a clock if it's working. It's saying it's 3:06. It's actually almost 8 o'clock now at night. So this is definitely off. It was off when I got in here. And it does seem like it's a little broken too, but that's neither here or there for me. You also have your resort telephone and then your standard Bible that is free for you to read, and I suggest doing so. And then you also have some extra storage space underneath. It's a good place to just put things you need by the bed. Speaking of storage space, there is no space underneath the beds to be able to store anything, but they do have these barriers, so that way you can't lose anything underneath there. What is also nice and just the decor here, you have these nice wooden panels as well as a nice cushion on the back of the headboard for each of the beds, giving it a nice coastal feel, yet warm and cozy. You can come home to modern, but comfortable. All the decor, as you can see from the artwork on this wall and other walls, it is all coastal theme. Another feature you have in all of these standard double queen rooms is this desk area, which is perfect for anybody that needs to do some work or some reading or anything else that you need to do. It's also great if you just want to sit down and have a quick bite to eat here as well. The chair is on wheels, which makes it nice and easy to be able to move around the room if you need another seating area for another spot. As you can see, there is plenty of space here for you to be able to put a laptop, multiple if you need to, and another lamp over here. Over here, you also find your information sheet. This gives you a rundown of everything in the hotel about check-out, check-in, cleaning, ice machines, everything that is offered here. You also have your in-room dining, which is available 24 hours. You can get everything from breakfast food to all-day bites, as well as alcohol and food for your pets. This is a pet-friendly hotel, so just keep that in mind. And so if you do want to bring your little ones, they will be welcomed, and you can get them extra special dog or cat food. All right, moving our way back towards the door here, we're going to have our standard Keurig coffee maker here. You're going to have your cups, your sugars, your coffees, your teas, as well as some creamers. And this is a 1-cup serve. You also have a flat screen TV here, which can be controlled either by the remote that is given to you here or by your cell phone. You can download the Stay Connect app and connect the TV to your phone, so you can use that as your remote if you desire. Underneath here, you have your storage area for your clothes or any other items that you want to store away. You have 4 nice sized drawers here to be able to put anything in if you're somebody that likes to unpack or if you're here for a long time. Right next to that, you also have your mini fridge. Let's take a look in here. All right, it's pretty cool in there. It's the first time opening it since I got in there. There is some spacious room in here where you can put some leftovers, some little drinks, plenty of storage on the side here as well. Don't mind my luggage sitting here, but you do have a luggage rack that you can also place your luggage on. When you first walk in the door to the right, you will see a closet where you can have all of your stuff stored. I have all my stuff in here because I moved in a couple hours ago, but you have plenty of space to put any bags to get them out of your way. Hang up clothes. You've got your ironing board over here, as well as an iron and some extra towels as well. Over here in the corner, you can also find your safe. This is where you can put any of your things that you want to have locked up and kept safe while you're out. Moving into our bathroom area, we have this beautiful vanity, and I wouldn't say that this mirror is coastal vibes, but it is very cute and very art deco. I do like it. Does it go with the theming? No, but it's cute and the colors are pretty awesome. However, there is an extra special feature here. Bright. Woo, very bright. And then you can also dim it back down. This is really great for getting ready in the morning, doing your makeup, or any other things that you need to do. Speaking of which, you also have your super zoomed in mirror here. So you have the regular zoom in and the super zoom in. Ooh. This also does come with a light on it as well. And voila. Now there's not a ton of space on here. There is, however, a lot of depth, so you can have some things stored up here on the countertop, including any makeup or hair care products that you were using at that time. As girl to girl, it is very important to have a lot of counter space. Not a ton here, but at least there's some to be able to be using the things that you were using at that specific time. You also have your Kleenexes and your other little knickknacks that you may need, including some cotton balls and ear swaps. Over to our right, we also have some of the different items that they have for you here, which include some hand and body cream, shower cap, and a face bar, which is very nice. So underneath the sink, there's not a ton of space as is to be able to store items. However, you could move those extra towels out of that basket and use that to store your items in so you can have them out of your bag and easily accessible. There is a little bit of space underneath there, but it doesn't seem like that would be a very efficient place to put anything. Over here, we do have a privacy door for the toilet and shower area, which you can just slide on open. In here, you'll find your commode and all the special needs there. And then you'll have your walk-in shower. One of the nice things about these walk-in showers is that you do have a bench in here. In the shower here, you do have your hand and body wash, your vitamin conditioner and vitamin shampoo. Also have your little area to be able to hang up your wet bathing suits if needed. And then you do have your standard shower here. You also have your towel rack over here, and you can also hang up towels inside the shower too. And you have one more over on this side for just a single towel for used towels. Now, if you've watched one of my other resort tours or room tours, you will know that I have a 5-item checklist that takes a room from being good to being great. And we're gonna see how many this room can check off. First on my checklist is outlets. I have so many things that I'm bringing with me on every trip, between cameras, laptops, and cell phones, that I need plenty of outlets to be able to charge and plug all those items in. Now this room has quite a few outlets. Not the most I've seen, but not the least I've seen either. Now this room has 7 regular outlets and 2 USB outlets, with those being right here on the nightstand. You'll have your 2 USB and 1 regular. Your next set is going to be over here by the desk. Behind the desk, you'll find 2 additional regular outlets. And then if you walk over here on this side of the bed, there are also 2 more on the wall over here. These ones are going to be a little less convenient. However, they are still here to be able to charge items. And the other two outlets are going to be located over here in the bathroom, right on the wall. So for somebody that's staying solo like I am on this trip, it's passable. However, if you are sleeping 4 people that this room actually fits, that might be a little iffy. So I would suggest if you are going to be having 4 people sleeping in here, especially if it's 4 adults, bring some extra USB plugins and extension cords. That would be my recommendation. So on the checklist, this gets a no, not a pass. The next thing on my checklist is mirrors. So we all need enough mirrors to be able to get ready in the morning. And the biggest thing for me is having a nice mirror to be able to do your makeup and get ready in the morning. That's big enough for maybe even 2 people to get ready at the same time, as well as having a full length mirror. This room has both of them. It also gets an additional plus because it has the super zoom makeup mirror, and it also has the adjustable lights in the vanity. So for me, they get a huge check mark for mirrors in this room. Also, the next one on my list, a desk. And this room has one, and it is a very deep and roomy desk as well. So it gives me lots of space to be able to do my work. This may not be a priority of yours, but it is for me for the simple fact of I work on every vacation. So I need to have my space to do my computer work, and also another plus of this is being able to eat at it, as I mentioned earlier. So another check for this one. Next on the checklist would be storage space. So this room has the 4 drawers that are behind me, plus the drawer that's in front of me on the nightstand, not to mention our closet over here. Between all of those and the storage that you can make out of what is in the bathroom, I think there is plenty of storage comfortably for 2 people. However, the caveat of this is if you're sleeping 4 people, I would second guess that. There is some extra space up by the front door to be able to store some luggage, but other than that, there is not a lot of space to put it. Me by myself, I have taken up all the luggage space. So I do not think that there is a ton of space in here. So do I think it's the greatest storage? No, I do not. But do I think it's adequate? Yes. So because I had an adequate on the first one and an adequate here, they'll get 1 more check mark. Last but not least on my checklist is space. I like to be able to walk around freely, be able to have my own space, whether I'm here by myself or with somebody else, to be able to sit and do my work, sit and watch TV, walk between the beds. I would not say that this is the most spacious of hotel rooms, but I definitely would not put it in anything as a negative for this room. There is plenty of space between the beds and on the sides to have a seating area, as well as to be able to have some luggage stored. All right, that's it for our room tour. But before we head out, I just wanted to show you the view at nighttime. So let's take a look. But it wouldn't be a full room tour unless we did some bed science. Whew. Oh, this is comfortable. I will give my full report in the morning, but this bed is very soft, yet with some firmness to it, so you don't completely sink in, and a little bit of bounce, so you can get out of bed in the morning. Now the pillows are extremely soft, but it seems like the ones in the back might be a little bit firmer, so you might have 2 different densities.
I'm your density.
We'll have to test that out later. And now back to our regular scheduled programming. That's just such a relaxing boat ride coming over. They play some Caribbean music. It's just nice and soft and relaxing. It's so much better than walking, especially when it's hot outside. Boat ride only took about 5 to 6 minutes, so pretty decent timing and much better than walking. Definitely something I would recommend you doing if you're staying at one of the resorts that offers the water taxis. But I will see you guys back at the hotel in a little bit to finish up with some logistics and some facts about the hotel that we haven't gone over yet. All right, I've made it back to the hotel. I'm gonna go meet some friends for some drinks, and then I'm going to be, oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And then we'll head up to the room and go over the last few items that we need to discuss. All right, it is the next day and it is my checkout day, so it is time for us to go over some logistics of this hotel. So if you're going to be staying at Sapphire Falls, first thing you're probably thinking about is what is the cost. Well, the cost of a standard room that we were staying in ranges anywhere from $220 to $934 for the most expensive time of year. The price will fluctuate depending on the time of year. If you're going to be staying during the holidays or spring break, you're likely going to be getting a higher cost room. If you are an annual pass holder or a Florida resident, there are plenty of times where you can get discounts on that as well. So always keep an eye on Universal's website and make sure to check that out before you book your room. Sapphire Falls also does offer several different types of rooms as well, as we kind of discussed. They even have all the way up to a king suite. So if you have a bigger party, that might be something you might want to look into, is getting one of the suites. They even have child's rooms with twin beds in them. Now, what comes with the price of your room? What are your perks? Well, I want to make it very clear, the things that you do not get here is express pass with your room. If you stay at the other preferred hotels, like Hard Rock or Portofino Bay, you're going to have the express passes included with your room price for everybody that is staying there for the length of your stay. That is why they're also so much more expensive than this hotel here. Those ones are going to be starting at $500 to $600 per night. Now, if you have a big party and rides are a huge thing for you, it might be more beneficial and financially savvy for you to go ahead and book one of those hotels. However, if rides are not a priority for you, or maybe you're a pass holder who has free express pass after 4, this may be the place for you because you don't want to have to pay for the extra perk that you're not going to be using. All right, so now that we've discussed what is not included with your room, let's discuss what is included. First off is the water taxis. This transportation is what makes it for me here at this hotel. Not having to walk back to the hotel room or wait for a bus. The boats are just a little bit more luxurious and a little bit more relaxing. And for me, that is a huge plus to be able to have that here at the hotel and makes it a winner for me. The next thing is your early park admission. Now, this is for any hotel that you're staying at here on Universal property. You'll be able to get into the park 1 hour before opening. However, it's not both parks. Only one park has early entry per day, so make sure to check your app on the days that you're going to see which park is offering early admission that day. You also get complimentary package delivery to your room. So if you are purchasing items while you're in the park and you don't have to carry them around all day or have to come back to the hotel, you can have them delivered directly to your room. Just make sure to talk to one of the team members about the information you need to provide, and they will be able to get that over for you. Another perk at staying here as well is that you can use the pools at any of the other resorts, excluding the Endless Summer resorts. So if you wanted to go over to the Hard Rock and use their pool, you actually would be able to do that. So why pay the extra money to stay there if you're not using the other perks like the Express Pass when you can use the amenities at the other hotels as well? Now, Universal does charge you for parking. If you're going to be self-parking, it's going to be $36 a night, and you can also upgrade to valet parking, which is $45 a night. Some other logistical things: check-in is at 4 p.m. and check-out is at 11 a.m. Again, you can use a luggage service here to be able to hold your bags on either of those days if you want to go to the parks before your room is ready or after you've already checked out. All rooms do come with free Wi-Fi for up to 4 different devices. However, if you need more devices added to your account, or if you need to have a better quality Wi-Fi, you can also upgrade for $9.95 per day. All right, last but not least, who is this resort for? And should you stay here? Now, first of all, should you stay here? It is up to you and what it is that you're looking for. However, if you're this person, then I think you should be staying here. If you're somebody that is not in need of an express pass but wants the luxurious parts of a preferred hotel, this is where you need to be. This resort is family friendly and perfect for all kids and adults alike. However, it is a little bit more on the adult side with your rum bar and your higher end sit down restaurants that they do have here and the more resort style pool. It's not quite as family friendly and kid friendly as say Cabana Bay is, but it is still perfect for your kids. So if you have a family, you can stay here, and they do have the suites, again, that you can have for children where they have the twin beds in them. Now, I absolutely loved my stay here, and I would definitely stay here again, and I would recommend this to you. The bed was perfect. I slept like a freaking baby. It was absolutely wonderful to be able to get on the water taxis and just get over to City Walk and not have to deal with the huge parking garages and the security and the walk, the 15-minute walk from parking to the parks themselves. It was super convenient, and I very much enjoyed it. Everybody here, the staff, all very, very friendly and very informative, always here to help you answer any questions, and they go through everything with you to make sure that you feel comfortable where you're staying. And to me, the team members here made it top notch. I would definitely recommend staying here at Sapphire Falls, and I want to know, what do you think? Do you plan on staying here at Sapphire Falls? Let me know in the comments. But until next time, safe travels, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.